So here we are again with Santiago Ramon y Cajal. As we mentioned, when he became a doctor, he knew he was very interested in neurons, but there was a problem. Santiago knew he wasn't a genius. He didn't have a race car brain. In fact, he felt like he had a hiker brain that got to answers very slowly. He often wished he were smarter. He stumbled over his words and he forgot details. But his research on neurons showed him that he could retrain his neurons. By working to learn math and science, he gradually changed his abilities in those areas. Through slow, steady practice, he made new links, changing the structure of his brain. That's how he went from young troublemaker to famous scientist.
Santiago Ramon y Cajal is today one of the most famous neuroscientists, who now we simply call Cajal. During the day, Cajal would sit and look through his microscope at many beautifully stained neurons. At night, he drew many beautiful pictures of the neurons from memory. He was an artist as well as a scientist. His pictures of neurons are still used today to help students learn about the wide range of shapes and sizes of neurons. Through his research on neurons, Cajal discovered something very important about the developing brain. Synapses form rapidly, and they continue to change their strengths as you learn new things. Learning makes us smarter, and learning about how to learn is one of the best things you can do to make your learning more successful.
So, let's explore a powerful technique to help you learn. This technique's called recall. Recall means bringing an idea back to mind. Actively recalling key ideas as you're learning has been shown to be a great way to help you understand those ideas. For example, let's say you're trying to learn something from a book or from your notes. Here's how to use recall to help you. First, carefully read the page. If you need to, underline a key word or two, but not too many. This is the important part. Look away from the page and see if you can recall the key idea or ideas on the page. Lay them back in your mind or say them out loud to yourself. Don't simply reread the page over and over again. And don't underline or highlight big amounts of text. That doesn't help put anything in your mind.
Pulling the key ideas from your own memory is the critical idea behind recall. Recall is what makes the dendritic spine start to sprout. Just passively reading or rereading a page or underlining parts of the page doesn't make those dendritic spines pop. And it doesn't help you form those all-important new brain links.
Try recall on a few key pages of what you're trying to learn in your studies. You'll be surprised at how this can help. Research has shown that if you use recall when you're trying to study, you'll also do much better on tests. Recall doesn't just put information into your memory, it also helps you to understand what you're learning. It's a good idea to recall information at different times and places. You can use recall while waiting for a bus, going to sleep, or taking a bath.
I want to point out one more important idea. Some people need more practice and repetition than others to get a concept and create brain links. That's perfectly okay. For example, I often have to practice, recalling information much more than other people. I learn very slowly. Yet by practicing, I eventually became a professor of engineering.
For me, I learned some things slowly and other things quickly. Some of my friends, like Terry, learn many things quickly.
Even though each of us learns in different ways and at different speeds, everyone can learn. So don't feel bad if it takes longer for you to learn things than your friends. You can still learn the information just as well, and sometimes even better.
Time to move on. In the next video, we're going to learn about your brain's attentional octopus. I'm Barb Oakley.
I'm Greg Hammonds.
And I'm Terry Sinofsky.
We and Arizona State University wish you happy learning.